go straight to them so we can start talking. Officer, welcome to the studio. Welcome to the studio. Jata, please look for water for my special man here. I am called Sammy Flex, and I know he is called Emmanuel Francis.
No,
Officer,
sir.
that is not the name.
No.
Emmanuel France.
Yes.
Oh, okay. France, as in our country, France.
Correct.
Oh, nice one.
It's
France.
not your country, their country.
I know it is not my country. It is your country. Yes. And I also have this small man who says he's Trump. I don't know where he got the Trump from because Trump is a big name. Abankwa Bokodie.
Oh, Boko Nanzwe.
Okay, so let me go back to Emmanuel France and we'll start talking. Can we clear that today? Is Emmanuel France a Ghanaian or a Nigerian?
I'm neither.
I like this.
I'm a Gold Coastian.
A Gold Coastian?
Yes.
What's that? I don't know who is a Gold Coastian.
Oh, I'm sorry for you.
I know.
You don't know anything about Gold Coastians?
I know it used to be one name for former Ghana, but now we are Ghanaians, so I wonder where the Gold Coastian is coming from.
Unfortunately, we had the Gold Coast, and Nkrumah renamed Gold Coast Ghana, which is not an existing country since Nkrumah left. We had an empire called that was named Ghana, G-A-N-A, Ghana. We had Ghana, we had Guinea, we had Mali, and what is this other countries anyway? In Timbuktu and the rest and so on and so forth. The song guy, exactly. Good history guy. Right? So when, I don't know who suggested it, people say it was Dankwa, that okay, let's choose the name of an old empire to give our country, which could have been Ghana, G-A-N-A. But Nkrumah, in his sagacity, added H and made it God has accepted Nkrumah already. So we had Ghana instead of Ghana. So, and many things went wrong. And here we are, a new country formed by Nkrumah, Ghana, and at the podium he declared the independence of Ghana will be meaningless unless it is linked with the total liberation of Africa. So seek ye first the political kingdom, that all other things might be added unto you. You want to ask yourself, as a modern young man, what has been added unto you? And that declaration has caused so much bloodshed, so much death. It's still on. Boko Haram is still on. Nearly every coup in Africa was sponsored by your Gold Coast money. With that declaration and with his fake focus, he declared in many ways that there was no God. And it has not augured well for Ghanaians. I'm not a Ghanaian. Are you listening?
Very, very
so
well.
Your money went viral. You are a black star which does not exist, which means you are an illusion. Because God created every or nearly every celestial body bright the sun is bright, the moon is bright, the stars are bright. So where you got your own black star from, you continue roving in darkness. So even when your football team is the best team in Africa, you cannot score half a penalty, not even one. So there is darkness, total darkness.
Now, Emmanuel, if I am understanding you, are you saying because of the ideologies of Kwame Nkrumah you did not like or you do not like now, that is why you don't want to be associated with the GHANA Ghana?
It is not me. I didn't know Nkrumah. The only way I might claim to be a Nigerian is because I was a Gulcosian. Whether you or anybody likes it or not, God created this nation. He created all nations. He created all situations. Everything is in his hand. Is that correct? Therefore, you have your guardian angel. I have my guardian angel. God does whatever he likes. So let's get into the other world, the spirit world or spiritualism and so on and so forth. When the old man saw that, well, he's created a wonderful world. I'm not talking of the universal, but world. And there was agitation by his people, say the Israelis or Israelites. Oh, let's see this God, let's see this God. He decided to come as Jesus Christ. I'm talking like a Christian now. Right? He wanted to make himself known. So he sent some wise men. And he used one of his stars. And for your information, that star is Halley's Comet. It comes every 72 years, right? And every time it comes, there is going to be a disaster. And it came in 1914. That is when you have the first World War and so on. And the second time when he came, and the new world wanted to see what is this Halley's Comet, and they sent a spacecraft named the Challenger. I think in 1985 or 82, thereabout. And it was a consortium of great scientists from Japan, from America, from Russia, and so on and so forth. Right? And the name Challenger was given to that spacecraft. It took that spacecraft 6 minutes, and it blew up. There's greatness in a name. There's great power in a name. The first thing God did when he wanted to give us a father of all nations was when he saw Abraham. He said, no, Abraham was selling idols and so on for his uncles and so on and so forth. He rebranded him. He recalled him. No, friend, your name from now will be called Abraham. That's rebranding.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
His grandson, Jacob, was 419 by Esau through his mother. And he has already promised the grandfather that, hey, I'm going to make you father of all nations. And the lineage, right, now goes through Jacob and so on. But this guy is a 419er plus his mother. Are you listening? So, somewhere along the line, he escaped from his brother and so on and so forth, whatever. And he had no choice than, hey, this guy catches me, I'm gone. So he became godly. He was praying. So one time God heard his prayer. I said, okay, let me show this guy where power lies. He sent his angels, and there was a wrestle between the angel and Jacob. Supposedly between God and Jacob. That was when his name was changed to Israel. Now when Christ came, of course, the Jews have been worshipping God through their ancestors and so on. Moses, for instance, Esau, Joshua and the rest and the rest. And again?
No, don't mind them. They are doing their own concern back there.
No, they are distracting
I know.
the flow.
I know. Please don't distract Emmanuel France. We are now in a different world.
Yes.
We are now in a different realm, so you guys shouldn't distract him at all. We will still come back to the business of Nkrumah, the Gold Coast. But I still want to refer to him as a Ghanaian because the Gold Coast we know is now Ghana, whether we like it or not.
I'm a Sikamanese.
This is a different thing.
Yes. I will tell you, the Portuguese and those explorers those days started exploring and spreading Christianity, right? Missionaries and so on. So when they came to this country, they found so much gold at Elmina and started mining. So Elmina means gold mine. Everything you touch at that time was gold. Then the British took over from them and interpreted Elmina to Gold Coast. Are you listening?
We are listening.
Therefore, if Nkrumah was sincere enough, what he could have done was to interpret a Gold Coast to either Sikaman, land, country of gold or land of gold, or Sikadu, that is on top of gold, or Shikaman. Are you listening? Because every country, nearly everybody has a guardian angel. So the nation, this country, has a guardian angel. So the country has a guardian angel. Now, if he now coins the name from Ghana to mean God has accepted Nkrumah already, and Nkrumah is gone, Ghana must go.
Now the GHANA, God has accepted Nkrumah already. Who gave those meanings? Is it Nkrumah himself who gave those meanings?
Of course, he was a politician and he was propagating his political what do you call it?
Ideologies.
And here we are. You see, one of the guys who his mentor, who motivated him to go to Lincoln University, was called Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. Are you listening?
I'm listening.
And he wanted, and Dr. Azikiwe was called Zik of Africa. And you always hear Zikism. And that guy had an encyclopedia of language. So Nkrumah wanted to be like him, to be called Nkrumah of Africa. Are you listening? So he went all out to propagate the name Ghana, Ghana to Ghana. Then you will know that the country's new name was based on semantics. God has accepted Nkrumah already. Okay, he would have done well, right? We have gold. I interviewed Badema before he died. I interviewed Pa Ribeiro, who was the then ambassador of Ghana to the US, and they told me a lot of things. The colonialists left over 650 something million pounds with gold bars. Are you listening? These Nkrumah used to spread many of the things he did.
I am sure until we maybe meet another day to discuss the Ghana, Gold Coast, and the Sikaman issues.
Yes.
Now, like you said, you are neither a Ghanaian or a Nigerian. because almost all the names you want us to use for you as to your country of birth or your country of origin, they are in my knowledge, in my existence now, they don't live or they are no more. So I'm sure this discussion, we would need some space to do it again, if you don't mind. Maybe after this interview, this is radio, our time is limited. After this interview, we can sit down somewhere and have a different recording to do this very, very well. Because I'm just scared, because your depth of knowledge about Nkrumah, his ideologies, and where he's brought Ghana today,
yes,
you are of a different opinion. I'm sure that is why you even want to shy away from the name Ghana thing. You still don't like it because we have not developed enough because of someone's ideology, someone's personal ideology. You don't want to even be attached to it. It is okay. It is acceptable.
We are suffering from somebody's sin.
We are suffering from someone's sin.
Seriously, your money is useless. It is seedy, cowrie. Those days you need a bag of cowrie to buy a small thing, and that's how your money is behaving. Are you listening? If you get a child now and say, "Oh, this my child is called Nkrumah or Bodom or whatever," a dog, don't. It
is obvious you speak Fanti, because I've heard you use some one or two words Fanti related.
My mother was Fanti from Cape Coast, Kisley Hayford, and from Izima, Asia.
So which part of the Gold Coast were you living then? Were you living in Elmina or Cape Coast?
Myself?
Yes, yourself.
I lived in Nigeria for 61 years. Are you listening?
Listening.
I was born in Nigeria, Kano, by a man who left Accra here in the 1920s. Right, that is my grandfather, and went to Kano over 3,500 miles and became a king. As Gold Coastians, you were king. Anywhere you go, you became a king. That's why Kofi Annan could live here, go to the United Nations, and become the first black
UN
Secretary General. And even after he retired, the UN could not leave him. They still used him, and he was the only Secretary General who won a Nobel Prize for himself and for the United Nations. So we are kings because we are Gold Coastians. Because when God gave those through his wise men, those
the three wise men,
one of the gifts was gold, meaning he was a king.
Yeah.
So we are as Gold Coastians, we were kings.
Have we lost the kingship attributes?
You are Ghanaians. Look at this Ghanaian. You're not a Gold Coastian.
So we've lost it.
You can go back to it because we're Sikamanese. Sikaman.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, henceforth, I want to be a king wherever I will
Correct.
go to. So maybe after the ideologies of Emmanuel France today, I'm also a Sikamanese.
Yes.
I'm a Gold Coastian.
Yes. No, you're not a Gold Coastian, you're a Sikamanese.
We need more time for this.
Oh, you need it.
I know.
You need it.
We need more time for this because this is very deep. The radio time can't use it, or maybe I would look for another platform. Black Rasta might.
Oh yes, don't worry. I've been listening to him.
Oh, good. You listen to Black Rasta?
Oh God, he has history.
Yes.
But sometimes the history wobble because he's
a Ghanaian.
Yes. Apart from that, Nkrumah is one of his mentors and so on, but he doesn't know the depth.
Do you want to be on his program? Because I can make that arrangement before you go back to Nigeria.
I've been in Ghana for 6 years, and what brought me to Ghana was that Ghana was to win the World Cup in 2014. And God gave me in a dream the song that would have been used, the method, the strategies that would have been used to win the World Cup.
You mean God gave you a vision that
all these things I'm telling you, I didn't read them from any book. I slept in 1972 and God revealed all these things to me. 7 years later, 1979, I had the same dream. First dream was in Tema. Second dream was in Accra here. Third dream was in Lagos. And each time I had that dream, next day I will see a particular priest that same priest, Father Peter Agbenu. So God is involved.
I see. I now understand why it has been written and said that you lived with a ghost for 3 months.
Correct. He carried me.
The ghost carried you.
Huh?
Was it a he ghost or a she ghost?
A he ghost.
A he ghost.
Yes.
And you lived with him under the same roof?
Not lived with him. He lived with us. My grandfather was Serkin Sabongeri, king of the Sabongeri. That is, that part of Kano. What Sabongeri means new city, ruled by a Gold Coastian. And any stranger that comes to the city, first place he goes was the king's palace. Right? That was how this ghost came from Accra. Yeah,
the ghost came from Accra.
Yes.
So how did you finally realize that the person you've been living with for the past 3 months was a ghost? How did you find out?
Okay, friend. The man, he has come from Ghana, which is this thing. We don't know. He has come to Kano to meet his Ghana king, right? He stayed with us. He ate many things. I didn't know I was a baby. My mother told me all these things. Then one morning, he woke up midnight. I said, then it took, there was no vehicles other than train that runs from Lagos to Kano. It takes 3 days.
Wow.
Then he got up in the midnight. I said, no, I must go tonight. I must go tonight. He said, no, the trains are not running and it's late. Wait till tomorrow morning. He said, no. He will not wait. So at about, I think, 4 o'clock, they gave him somebody.
4 o'clock a.m.
They gave him these people that carries load. They call them Dandoko in this place. Okay, take this man to the station. So the man came, carried his small
badge.
Box.
Box. Okay.
And this small box, and they said everything is in that box. So they went. So they got, before the station, you have a garden where people sit, awaiting the train or whatever.
The train, yeah.
When he got there, because there are many trees, of course the place is dark. And we are talking about some 4 o'clock thereabout in the morning. And he said, well, I'm this way, I'm coming. So the guy said, all right, help me down, carry this thing, help me. It's a small box, but the guy said it was heavy. Then when he offloaded him of that box, he turned back and the guy has disappeared.
Wow.
10 o'clock in the morning, a lady came from Accra to Amanye, and they started talking and said, and there was a big funeral in
Ghana,
in Gold Coast. That's in Accra.
In Gold Coast.
In Accra, very big, and it was the death of the Naiwulomo of Accra. Which Naiwulomo? Naiwulomo who left here this morning. He's been with us 3 months. And the woman said exactly when he died.
Wow.
So that is the problem. So you will find, excuse me, let me just land here. Because of seeking the political kingdom, everywhere Ghanaians go, they sack them or killed them. In fact, right now, I think there are 7,000 Ghanaians waiting to be expelled from the US.
Some have already come.
Yes.
Yes. Some
Anywhere.
have already come.
4 million Ghanaians were given 1 month to leave Nigeria.
Yes.
By Idiagbon and this thing. It happened in Ivory Coast. It happened in Liberia. It happened in Senegal. In fact, in Gambia, I think 45 or 47 people were slaughtered like...
They were the Ghanaians.
Yes.
The supposed Ghanaians.
Yes. So you find that anywhere Ghanaians go, they are expelled. So God took his time.
So are you saying that Ghana is under a curse now?
Big curse. Very big curse. So God, you see, God is kind. He knew that one man has messed us up. Are you listening?
Yes, I'm
so
listening.
He established that bag. Ghana must go. Are you listening?
Very, very well.
Then he said, all right, I will help you people. I don't know whom he used. But anywhere you go, you see Jinyami, unless the Lord builds this nation, the labor in vain that build it. Psalm 126. Everywhere, chairs, lockets, shoes, anywhere.
Jinyami.
And the day, by the grace of God, if Mr. President will say, all right, let's do this for once. We can't use one man's sin to punish ourselves. We are too rich in this country. Right? Change that black star, for God's sake, into Jinyami, a golden Jinyami, telling God that, hey, Lord, now we know that without you, we can do nothing. Change your money. When you carry the American dollar, you see it? That in God we trust.
In God we trust.
And God in whom they trust cannot make those who trust him mistrust him. So he has given the dollar so much power. Everybody wants dollar in the whole world.
Yeah.
And look at you, you've been blessed with gold. So, do as the Americans have done. Call your money gold. God, our life's desire.
That is the meaning of gold.
Yes.
God, our life's desire.
If you desire God, God will desire you. So when you are holding the dollar, you are holding a prayer for the American people and for the American country.
So once again, you are suggesting that instead of calling our currency cedis,
for God's sake,
we should call it gold.
Yes.
So if I have 500 cedis, I should say I have 500 gold.
Yes.
Wow. Emmanuel France.
Yes, sir.
I still think we need more time because of a certain movie we have to talk about.
Oh, okay, yes.
Why, you forgot we were supposed to talk about a movie?
No, I know there's the Deep Blue Sea.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And you know what it contains?
No, that is why we are about to discuss this.
That's why I was waiting.
Oh my goodness! And fathers, because you gather your children and tell them stories. My only challenge is whether they would also go by your knowledge or ideologies is their problem, because when they go to school, they will be taught differently from what you'll be teaching them, even from our little space we've shared this morning. Obviously, what is in the books, very, even in your submission, you said that now I'm talking like a Christian. So it told me indirectly that, okay, so Emmanuel France is saying he's not a Christian. Then I want to know, who is he? What does he believe in then?
No, I don't have ideologies. Whatever I've told you here was given to me by God himself.
By God himself.
I dreamt and I saw one particular person the next day. 7 years later, I had the same dream, saw the same priest. And what he preached 7 years ago is what he preached after 7 years. That was in Tema.
Were you able to identify that priest to someone who was living?
I have even gone to give him gifts.
Oh, so you knew that priest?
I know him till tomorrow.
Is he still alive?
By the grace of God. He's the parish priest at Tema.
What is his name?
Peter Agbenu.
Peter Agbenu?
Yes. And he can't even remember me.
So he is one person you've been seeing over the years.
Once I dreamed, if I dream that dream now,
you still see him. So in the dream that you've been seeing, what is he supposed to do for Ghana, for Gold Coast?
God just used him as what do you call it? As a sign. What this thing you are dreaming is not just ordinary. Are you listening?
Very well.
I'll tell you, the whole thing is about the change of name, the change of mindset, the change of things which God started with Abraham. In fact, when Jesus Christ came here as the Son of God, I'm talking as a Christian.
So,
are you listening?
Peter Agbenu has a solution to our problems. Is that what you mean?
No, he doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
He didn't dream it. God was just using. I'll tell you, when I met him in Lagos, he was surprised. What are you doing here? Because he has been in Ghana. secretary to Bishop Ando, whom I also interviewed. And when I met him, and I told him, look, anytime I have this dream, next day I will see you. Happened in Tema, happened in Accra, and now it has happened in Lagos. 3 different cities.
Okay.
He took it very nonchalantly, and so I was very angry because how can God be talking to you and the person is using to rubber stamp what he's saying, what he's giving you? He's taking it so lightly. So as I left the church, the voice told me, go and write whatever you have dreamt. So I left the church to go to the University of Lagos to start writing the book Ghana Must Go. If you Google Amazon, you see Onyemaniba, France, Ghana Must Go.
Oh, I see.
As I left, are you listening?
Very well.
I picked these. There's a chewing gum. They used to put some Google, what do you call it? Bubble.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they put some pictures as well.
Players, football players. On
exactly.
It. Yes.
So I picked this.
So some bluish chewing gum.
Exactly. Then I picked this small thing. What was written on it? The moon and Ghana, which is father. Asked by the teacher. The pupil said Ghana. Why did you say Ghana is further than the
moon?
Than the moon. He said because we can see the moon, we cannot see Ghana. Can we go on?
Okay, we can go on. One of my friends who is listening to us, his name is Percy. He is listening and he sent this message. He says, I now understand why they always cast Emmanuel France as a native doctor or an old priest. Because of his knowledge, he is a historian. Do you agree that this is really why they have been casting you? That is why you've been stereotyped as a native doctor in movies all the time.
Leave stereocasting. I was 9 years old when I started acting. The first role they gave to me, right, was a native doctor.
When you were 9 years old?
9 years old.
That was your first time acting?
I can remember the song, Akaradama, Damantantara, Trilali Hilala, Trilala Hilala, hey, almost Sojan Baturi Sarakandomo Sakuruwe, Homboro Hasha,
Please give me a bell. Then
okay, gentlemen, can we go to the business that brought us here?
So since 9 years of acting, you were 9 years of acting, you have been a native doctor.
Yes, and I'm 79 now.
And still native doctoring.
Well, spiritually doctrine what would benefit this nation.
So in the movie we are talking about, were you a native doctor still?
They made me a king because I was a Gold Coast. I am a Gold Coastian.
In this movie, you were a king?
Yes.
I see. Because you are a Gold Coastian.
Yes.
So those who were not made kings, they were not Gold Coastians, I guess.
That is their headache.
The movie is called Blue.
Yes.
What is the storyline? Summarize the storyline for me, because the premiere is just 24. That is Friday, and we can't miss it. Summarize. What is the storyline? Oh, you are going to do that. Yes. Okay. Introduce yourself. Give him a microphone. I'm still here with Emmanuel France, and I think Black Rasta should have Emmanuel France on his show one of these days. Black Rasta, you and Black Rasta will be a good pair.
Yes. I love his historic
the African history class.
But there are some wobbling.
Is it because you think he preaches ideologies of Nkrumah?
No. Yes. He should be schooled.
He should be schooled.
Yes.
He's schooled very well. That's what I know.
He's vast. He's deep.
Yes.
But the spiritual content.
Whom
Nkrumah was is absent.
Someone call Black Rasta for me on the line. Mr. Massey, if you guys should call Black Rasta for me, at least he should say hello to Emmanuel France before he comes to the
I love him, oh.
I'm so happy you love him. Yes, he's good.
What are you talking?
That is why Xylophone FM we went for him. He's good.
He is very, very good.
Yes.
He knows it, but you can't know all.
I know. He's human.
You see?
He's
Yes.
human.
So,
And I'm sure Emmanuel France also knows it, but he doesn't know all. Or
how can I know all? Even Jesus Christ said, he didn't call himself, he didn't say, I'm Jesus Christ. He said, I'm Son of Man.
Yeah, the Son of Man.
Correct?
That's true.
He rebranded himself for what he was sent here to do, salvation.
Thank you, Emmanuel France. Officer, what's your name?
Okay, my name is Philip Pratt. I'm the director and the writer for the film. And the
Philip
producer
Pratt.
as well. Yes.
Are you a good Christian or you a Ghanaian?
He said they will seek my niece.
Now you're a Sikamani. Why you don't want to be a Ghanaian anymore?
Premier
So you force yourself to be a Sikamanese.
He's not.
Wow. All right, so no, you see, at the moment, I want to see what he did in the movie Blue because of his understanding, because of his knowledge. And like I said, give us a brief summary or the synopsis of the story, then we can come back to it once again.
Sammy, and you must say, Tina, many just say, the story.
Emmanuel France, Otitri.
Meeting them and to Papa. Yes.
Oti, now Oti.
Isha Mahurba. Papa was one.
I love it. Okay, young Cosminia.
So, like I was saying, Blue dates back to 1964. I believe, the film industry, it's about time we start telling original stories. Also, now topic I'm more discussing about Samuel Jackson, taking some pictures,
Yeah.
When you give what they want to see, they are forced to accept it. Let me patch say you can indigenous African story in here, they will accept it for who we are. So Blue dates back to 1964. It features Emmanuel France, and we brought some other actors from Nigeria. No, so Diobi, Yves Hessing, and the Honorable Amankwa Trump. So
I did most of that sound in the because Emmanuel France in common. I know ding.
Yes.
I know ding pan.
And see the summary is on say those start to think cry or home 20 petty. So in his town, not obi young girls.
That town they didn't the same.
Oh, Obusumasi. Because we shot at Obusumasi. Yes.
Okay.
We named the town Obusumasi. And the whole long and short, and say you nim nipa oku Emmanuel, and for what reason? But we want people to just come and see Emmanuel France doing his thing.
Yeah.
Depicting all the Sikamanese and everything, like a date back to 1964. Come and see how Ghana looked 1964, and
so in the movie, you guys gave us the depiction of 1964.
Yes.
Oh wow! Everything was like that.
Yes.
You actually went for a place, did the setting as 1964 setting.
Yes. Also, Obusumasi and Kasana naturally, it was a feel. We're looking for some landmarks, be some things be what they tell a story now. Yes, it will really, because you can't tell in 1964 now hunger sign will be
Yeah, I get you. Was the movie shot here in Ghana?
Yeah, we filmed in Ghana.
Okay, and so that means you had enough funds to do that. You brought on Nonso Diobi, all of them to come to Ghana.
My first film.
Actually, anybody does. That's a miracle. But on Friday,
Saturday.
It's Saturday rather.
Yes.
We're doing the premiere where
Silverbed Cinemas Accra and the West Hills.
Okay.
Daddy Emmanuel France. This year is his 50th year as an actor. 50 years.
And I took it to Nigeria from Ghana Films.
So you started acting here in Ghana.
1969. I took 4 Osafudazi group stories to Nigeria. Then it was only NTA. And because of what they saw, they invited 2 British experts, Victor Pemberton and David Spencer, to organize a workshop. Right? Then there was this series called Sesame Street. And they wanted me to to develop a story like that.
Okay.
So now when they saw these Osofodazi stories and they said, hey friend, can you convert this into a Nigerian situation? Because then I was in Ghana. I was writing everything with the Ghanaian names, So they wanted a Nigerian setting. Do you know that NTA was, GBC was paying me 21 CDs per script? Are you listening?
I'm listening.
GBC, NTA paid me 8,000 naira for 26 episodes. Are you listening?
Very, very well.
And the naira was 90 CDs
Per script.
per naira.
Okay. 90 cities per naira.
Yes. Times 8,000.
And in Ghana, they were just paying you 21
CDs. Then you insult me on top.
So you took all those materials to Nigeria?
Yes. Just four.
Yes, I mean the 4.
Just four, yes.
Including some members of Osofodazi.
Nobody. Myself. In fact, I didn't even have a certificate. It was the script that was my certificate and testimonial. And it took them between Friday and Monday to sign that 8,000 naira for me. 4 days. Gentlemen, let's do business.
I see.
There's a problem in this country.
Oh Lord, who is going to take away the curse on us so we can also make money?
Nana. If Nana does it.
You mean Nana do Dankwa Akufo-Addo?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Let him go and change that black star, which is giving us darkness.
Nana should change the black star in our national flag.
To Jinyami.
And that will be the end of our troubles.
Golden Jinyami.
That will be the end of our troubles.
Just listen now.
But you have that popularity, you have that influence that you can talk to Nana on this. You can
hey, friend. I started. They told me, oh, sir, we are closing.
You wanted to tell Muhammad this.
I have not telling. I wrote everything on paper and I named it Magna Carta. Who did history here?
Black Rasta did history. He's not here now. Magna Carta.
Yes.
That is the name you gave.
Carta that changed Britain into what they became.
And Muhammad never gave you ears.
How would he give did they give? I'm coming. Did they give Jesus Christ ear? They killed him. They didn't know they were killing their creator. Do you know what happened to them? The Jews. Hitler killed 600 million Jews in the Second World War.
Okay, I see.
Go ahead.
Trump, what is saying?
Nada
na series bi a mehwe bi ha se open market akese adan na otisa. Onso wo ye kete into market akese nkwa ne de bia audio machi.
Onsa de ba kwa nyina enim ne se. So go for back akese na abetua 2 cities a. Over de oye fiafia so abetua 2. Ti ubeto mpabo aketewa. Na ebe sentem na abeto kese na ebe sentem ubeto de he. Ozo to de ekwan da chire. Ese ya wo se mata de kese na ase. Menkofo obi osha na makotua sika mabusia no 2 million na obi osonso 2 million. Me was am for obi osun 2 million. My friend nipa 4 na abom.
Theory. What are you talking?
Ti media secretary ade. Machi memfo obi oya
me say me hwe Trump me hwe say amankwa Trump ye kete uhu ne kura safe no adi be 9 years enti anko fa the otsese no wakofa kese oda osumpo oye mistake te show so abetimi awu
mi ankaza no me wu anampe
blue for mo din sama ba studio how
blue enye easy
no mo din sama ba studio how uwu na ope
hey Sebe ma beku ne so ba beku de ne ye. Mo banku waye ma ba base esa.
see.
So,
I see.
yeah.
I see. Now, a blue moon. Amankwa Trump. Uro play a day. Only a big, in fact, big star, world star. Emmanuel France. Then I'm
Oh, me dey na me a student room. Na na kele Bosumasi village wo. Na me nsum ko school. Kele bi wo krom ho kunkum kofo. But oni vim e man wo kum ye me ma yo ho beku yen.
Oh, ye bema. Ye come mema as Amankwa. Amankwa Trump ye come mema.
Menya bema.
Oh, ye half bema.
Odi after han you very hazard with you. Me I heard you are bema.
I see.
Enti no kunkum ma ni wo krom ho sa. Anu oba be hia me. Ohe me din no se masa nembeku nam zikrache menyo oba. But don't say me wo hia me o hia be ka say me oba. Na je say de adrun me ye lose obekum nti o say me kire say me ye bema. Because no map no wokum. Enti me wura me top na hia me no na o say da bi wo ye oba. Na je say je me wura down. Wo wa ngro down obekum. Na me.
It's you Roy.
Dear.
Camera ni capture.
What are you?
I capture. Who person who abrabe?
Massage shop hot.
I love that.
Shop hot. Hey.
Akramo, where's those more?
Now I don't mind how much I'll pay for this premiere.
Dear, no, you better.
And then some of my catcher will blow in here. It must have been Saturday's one.
Yes, Saturday way.
Saturday we Accra Mall and West Hills Mall. But your time Ben I was say you drew cinema now. And I was seeing Emmanuel France which pictures were hunting.
Yes.
Time Ben I was see drew on arrangement 2019. Your time as for radio. Okay.
Yes, we do 6 o'clock. But Ubantem, Uba 5 because you be 2 shows.
Okay.
It's Ubantem and only
Emmanuel France.
And you have a lot of surprises. So now cool 40 cities. Cool 40 cities. Charlie, we must support Ghana film. We need to mean more things that you call international.
Yes. Emmanuel France.
Yes, sir.
So can there be another time that we meet on radio again?
Call me anytime. Call me midnight,
Good.
3 a.m., 4 a.m.
Good.
If it's to talk about Gold Coast or Sikaman.
No, that's what I wanted to talk about.
Oh my God, call me.
In fact, today my producer is even not happy with me because he wanted us to talk about Blue and we ended up talking more of Sikaman and Gold Coast. But I think it is okay.
It's part of it.
Yes, I know. So
This
many
country
people
is so
are
rich.
sending me messages and that they are loving the conversation. But unfortunately, because of radio time,
Oh yes, that's true.
yes, that's why I couldn't go on because we could have gone on and on and on and on and on.
No.
And maybe today, right after here, we could have driven to the Flagstaff House to present this petition to Nana Akufo-Addo.
Is it today? I started in 1972.
No, maybe today it could work because we talked about it on radio, Xylophone FM.
I have to meet Nana one-on-one.
You want to meet Nana one-on-one?
I have written everything. My friend, you don't know how far I've gone. If God will tell me that Ghana would win the World Cup and I will leave Nigeria, intending to spend 2 weeks, and I've stayed here 6 years now, for God's sake.
That was the World Cup. This footballer.
2014.
They're not listening tonight. Suarez, the one Suarez kicked that out.
Yes.
No,
the one that they went and quarreled.
Brazil.
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 Okay.
They sent 32 copies of the songs. The song I God helped me to compose so that when Ghana was playing, all radio stations, television stations would be playing that song, right? They should play it in the dressing room before they go to the field. Every player should be given one, and so on and so forth. The supporters club should be singing that song. Oh God, that cup would have been here.
Is it late? Can we change the narrative?
No, you can change Ghana to Sikaman, then everything will change.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel France. Thank you so much, Amankwa Trump. Thank you so much, producer, director, for the story. The movie is called Blue. And remember that we are doing the premiere this Saturday, 24th August, 6 p.m. and again 8 p.m. Just 40 cities. You have to be there as early as 5 p.m. to be taking photos with all the stars. Remember, it is not only Emmanuel France and Mankwa Trump in it. Nonso Diobi, Fine Boy Nonso Diobi is also in there, and some of your favorite top actors. Until we meet again tomorrow, we are still going to have a chat with Emmanuel France, so watch out for that online. Bebre beba. Ima, yeda sipa. Nyami shrao.
Yeda nyamiasi.
Yeda nyamiasi.
Wonda nyumoshi. Akpena ma u.
Wow.
Ungo de ma ubangiji. Thank you very much.
And say one in Igbo or Yoruba.
Oh. One do kwelo do long. That we thank God. Ekenedi lichuku. I think I've done.
Ekenedi Iguchuku. In the name of God.
The big thanks belongs to God.
Belongs to God. My name has been Sammy Flex. Tomorrow 7 a.m. Let's meet again on Showbiz Agenda. We out.